Good morning, everyone. That's the most energy I'm gonna have. That just hurt me to say.
Like go to work. Do you know what I mean?
It's wild.
But
also that was like a 3 to 4 hour workout. Most people just do a 1 hour.
Yeah, I felt like I did a 4-hour Soul Cycle class.
And if you don't know what we're referring to, we're talking about the Taylor Swift concert last night. We might be here physically, but mentally we are still at MetLife Stadium.
My soul is in Section 5, Row 1. Literally, me and Jackie got into the car this morning and we're like, what are we doing? Like, we're in charge of our own destiny.
I wish we had the presence to know that today was not going to happen, but it's happening. I just want to let you guys know, we always promise a really great show. I can't make that promise
No
today.
promises.
It'll probably be great just because we can't help but serve up some greatness, but...
I have like a canker-sore on my cheek, I think literally from just like screaming and like biting down on my cheek. And like, I'm just having so many issues. Like, I don't know... And they're obviously all Taylor related.
Of course. Honestly, we look pretty good because we're both wearing white and black.
Oh, damn.
This is my sweatshirt that I bought at the merch store last night. I washed it after I wore it last night, and you would know if I didn't because it was filled with my makeup sweating off my face right here. Literally, like, I was sweating here.
Me too.
Like, I was drenched.
It was a workout.
So humid. First of all, it was a workout, just the physicality of it all. It was so humid. It was also raining. I wore a sweatshirt the whole time. Like, I was drenched. When we got in the car on the way home, like we're all starting to smell something. We're like, what's that smell? Did someone take their shoes off? And it's like, we're sitting and we're sitting. It was just us. Like we just smelled like a locker, like a men's locker room.
And like when I got to the she went on at 8:50. I got to after parking, like I finally set foot in the stadium probably at like 7:45, and all I had to do was like get a t-shirt, get chicken fingers, and pee, and that took me like about 45 minutes.
Oh, we left early because we had such a large to-do list. We had to get merch, get drinks, get food, take pictures, find our seats, pee.
But so with my chicken fingers, I didn't get any drinks because I really did not want to have to pee during the concert, so I peed right before, and then I hadn't drank in like 4 hours. Excuse me. And then by the time we got into the car, I was parched because I'd been like screaming, dancing, like my throat was so dry, my saliva tasted like concrete. Do you know what I mean? Like it was so thick.
Unfortunately, I do know what you mean.
And then we finally went to a gas station that was like literally heaven. It was the best gas station I've ever been to.
Oh my God, I wanted to buy so much stuff. I almost bought a large Turkey Hill Diet green tea for my house, but I just didn't have the strength to carry it.
But let's talk about the concert. I was unfortunately not present for Charli Xcx, or when I was doing all my errands, Camila Cabello was playing, and I was like hearing it, and I was like, oh, she definitely was lip syncing because I was literally listening to iTunes. You know?
I was like, I saw her on the screen while I was running my errands in the stadium as well, phoning it in, wearing a Jets jersey. That's sweet. I guess does she do that at all the stadiums?
No, but she wore the second night a Giants jersey, and then the night before a Jets jersey.
Pick a side.
Totally.
Woman.
Also, it wasn't.
Also, which player? Anyone good? Mark Sanchez?
I think she had her name on it.
She should date Mark Sanchez.
Why?
Because they're both cute.
Like, because they're both Latin?
No, but that too.
No, totally. She is like, I know too much about the behind the scenes of the tour between Charli Xcx and Camila Cabello in the blind items, like that they just don't stop doing cocaine. Like, and you could tell because they both have a ton of energy, you know? Yeah,
no, they're just both, the two of them. It's just such a disparity between them and Taylor, who was like straight as an arrow.
Right, like business.
Business. When they came on to sing Shake It Off with her, it's like these two backup dancers, like you can leave now.
No, and what we were saying in the car last night is that like from a business standpoint and like a strategic standpoint, like it does make sense that Camila is her opener. Her and Taylor are really good friends. Camila's audience is very similar to Taylor. I'm sure there's a lot of overlap.
And Taylor's never gonna give that platform to someone that's not like in her inner circle that she trusts, that isn't gonna backstab her.
And that isn't a threat. Like,
right.
So I get it, like I really do, but the Charli Xcx of it all is making no sense.
She wore a Browns jersey in Cleveland.
She did?
An Eagles jersey in Philly. I'm crying.
Oh my God, that is not funny. You're only supposed to do that like in your hometown. Like,
right, or like, oh, we are performing at this one football stadium.
Wait,
but when
so
they're all football stadiums.
Does she not have like wardrobe budget?
Does she not have allegiances?
That is so weird.
That's crazy.
But Charli Xcx's presence was so bizarre and so unnecessary because like she's like kind of like a dirty. Do you know what I mean? Like I don't get like the
She's
clean
grungy.
I don't get like the clean Taylor Swift like no cursing vibe from her. Like
No.
I get like the VMA like it's grab my pussy vibe. You know?
I get the I don't want to go to school. I just want to break the rules vibes from her.
Like and I just get like British badass, you know, like she thinks she's too good. So I think from a branding perspective, like it really makes no sense. I don't see why there has to be two openers. Like I think if it was just Taylor and Camila, it would have been fine.
I know, I think it's nice that they have two openers because people do get there at 4 o'clock. And if they're just standing there for even longer, it's nice that she makes it a little bit more of a festival.
Yeah, just like I don't agree with the selection at all when it comes to Charli XCX.
No, and what's sad is like Charli XCX has been out here working in these streets for a very long time now, and like
Fantasy came out like 5 years ago.
This is as big as she's gonna get. You know, I don't think it's going up from here.
No, and the fact that she even got this gig is like a miracle. Like she's so undeserving.
No, I agree.
I couldn't get over it.
Like a million girls would kill for this job.
When I got out of the car, like she was playing Fantasy, so obviously like it was over, and I was like just so relieved to not have like even have to see her on screen. And then her and Camille like come out for Shake It Off on the B stage, and it was just like, go away.
I was honestly so appreciative because that was the stage furthest from me.
Right.
And you know what? You guys can have them. I took a seat.
No, totally. So let's talk about like the show.
The show itself was amazing. Like she's just the greatest showman.
She is a supremely talented person.
I feel like she might love that movie because it's also the story of a girl who loses her show.
Yes.
I feel like she might really relate to that movie. Plus, it's just musically wonderful.
What I really liked was it was like a lot of synergy between the music, the lyrics, the decor, the outfits. Like the videos were so well put together. Like there was really like a cohesiveness in the branding of like Snake's reputation. Like it all made sense, you know. And I feel like I could really guess what song she was coming on next, like based on the videos,
based on like the beat she would play.
Yeah.
Based on the video, like Getaway Car. But here's what's confusing to me: like it was an amazing show, and she had everything: pyrotechnics, different stages, props, this costume, wardrobe, everything. And it's like, I don't know why it was so good compared to any other show that has all of those things. Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think just like us, we like love her music. So like, I mean, as a show, like production-wise, it's like it is the greatest show. Like the fireworks, the fire, like I felt the fire on my face.
No, we were saying like when the fire went off, we could feel it. It felt so good, even though we were hot and sweaty. It was just like nice to have a new sensation, other than rain
totally,
and cold.
Totally, and like. But just like, even if you're not a Taylor Swift fan, like people who like brought their husbands, like you can't deny that it's an incredible show. Like it's just amazing to watch. Like the dancers, like there's just so many elements to it. But then as a Taylor Swift fan, she gives you what you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and she gives us as close to answers as we're ever gonna get as to like her headspace and what was going on during this trying time for her.
Totally.
So I felt very much satisfied. But now let me ask you, between this and 1989.
So one of the biggest like regrets of my life is not going to the Red
biggest regret of my
tour,
life.
and there's no DVD for it when there is a 1989 one, and I really feel like she's going to do a Reputation one. So let me just get that out there. Now, I'm afraid to say what I'm going to say, but I really think.
Let's just say it. Have no fear.
I think 1989 was a better show. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
I think the music from Reputation was way better, but I think that the show was better for 1989, and let me tell you why. I think it's really like amazing what Taylor does, like between the main stage being an X, and she hits all four corners of the X, between the two stages in the back, and then that carousel that like lifts her around. Everyone can get a good picture. Like everyone gets a good view, no matter what your price point is.
Everyone has a good seat. That's nice.
Everyone, and it's like she really does care about like her fans being able to like have a premium experience, no matter how much they paid, which is admirable. But like as someone who paid a lot, I like. And honestly, I think I had the best possible view for the whole show.
Oh, were you pleased with your seats? Did you make the right choice?
Of course. But like even the best seat in the house can only get you 60% of the show. Do you know what I mean? And while I appreciate her being so generous with her fans, like I just feel like if you pay more, you should have a better seat. I know that's like bad to say.
But technically, you got 60% of her vagine in your face, and they got 10%.
Yes, I agree. But like there was like a decent part of the show that I just like wasn't a part of.
No, I feel that.
And I definitely needed the break. And I'm not upset.
And I'm glad it was shaken off Charli XCX and the other girl.
But in 1989, it was the form of a T. So like this was the main stage, and then the T was like a runway where she would walk and give the people on the floor who spent a lot of money like even better access.
Yeah.
So I thought that was perfect. And I really liked musically what Taylor did with 1989 because I wasn't crazy about a lot of the songs, but she sang them so differently on tour than the way they sound like on iTunes. Like when she sang Out of the Woods, which is a song I wasn't in love with, on stage, it was like totally remastered and it was so good. And that's just like proof that she writes these lyrics and then like does whatever she wants with them. They could be 100 different songs.
Mm-hmm. And it's the same as when she like mashes up two songs. It's like she puts her lyrics to the beat of another one of her songs and it all works.
Yeah. So I just think I was drawn more to 1989 because it was more, the vibe was more like colorful happiness, celebration, whereas Reputation was like snakes, which is still cool. It's just not my personal aesthetic.
I feel that. When we were in the car on the way, we were listening to just some of the greatest hits. And
Yeah.
we were listening to State of Grace, which is my personal all-time favorite Taylor Swift song.
Me too.
And I was saying, like, back in the Red in 1990s, like, her music was, like, pump up, happy, pop, cheery. Like, she was, like, Cats, and, like, it was so cute. And now her music is, like,
electric,
angry, like, strong. And it's still really good, but it's a totally different vibe. And you don't have that feeling of, like, yes, like, it's more like,
yeah, and that's why, like, the messaging and, like, the decor goes along with that
I agree.
vibe.
Except I think right now I feel like I like Reputation as an album better than 1989 just because I've listened to every song on 1989 because we had 2 years of no new music. I've listened to them backwards, forwards.
Same.
So I'm really sick of them.
No,
but I think in 5 years when I look back on her catalog of music, I'm going to think that Reputation is her worst album.
Oh, really? I actually think that Reputation is a better album than 1989. Just 1989 was a show more designed for me.
Okay.
They were both incredible. Like, we're just comparing, like, $1 billion and then $1,001,000.
No,
like, it's all the same.
It's all the same, but what do you think is her best album? Red.
Red, 100%. Close second to Speak Now.
No, totally. And, I can't. Fearless.
No, I know. Hey, Steven, like, stop. No,
Taylor Swift.
like,
it's a Sophie's Choice.
it's a Sophie's Choice, and I just feel like the further you get away from an album, the more you appreciate it, obviously. But I really think Red is, and not only was Red the best album, like, Taylor Swift in the Red era was the best.
Taylor Swift, because it was before the tipping point where she was just, like, with that Kennedy and, like...
Yeah, and she was so talented and, like, so famous, but not to the point where people hated her just for being alive. Whereas, like, now she, like, farts and people literally hate her.
I agree.
Which brings us to our first story.
Right. Also, I will say that in the moment, I thought 1989 was the greatest album of all time. It's just with time passing, I've listened to it way too much. I need a break.
Yeah.
But it's because we had those 2 years where we had nothing.
Yeah.
We were grasping at straws.
So our first story is a Taylor Swift story. We have a video to accompany it. Before we play the video, let's preface what's going on here. So Taylor Swift has been doing the northeast part of her tour, like, in the past 2 weeks. So she's been at her home in New York City, which is in Tribeca. Everyone knows where she lives. And she goes to rehearsal at 1 o'clock, and then she leaves her apartment and gets into a car and drives to the stadium. And people know where she lives. They wait outside. They know that she's coming at, like, 1 o'clock. So people, just New Yorkers, paparazzi, random people, stay outside her house and wait for her to come out. And then she comes out, walks from the curb, walks from her door to the car. It can't be more than 20 feet. And paparazzi, everyone screams, takes pictures, videos, blah, blah. And a bunch of the videos have come out of her walking these, like, 10 steps, which, like, seemingly is not a big deal, but there's been a ton of backlash about it, and there was a really heated debate in our Morning Toasters Facebook group, which I thought raised a lot of really interesting points, and I just thought would be a good landing off, whatever, it's springboard.
Jumping off point.
Springboard, yeah.
I agree.
So let's play the video, and then we'll dive in. Ready?
Yep.
Go.
Daydream, look in your eye, and I got that red lip cloud. We never go out.
Did it play?
Taylor Swift's
great,
songs are great for people with bad voices.
Yes. Okay, so the video played.
She walks out.
She is just straight-faced, looks straight ahead of her, not to her right, not to her left. And what I saw a lot of the backlash was that, like, people waited outside for so long, like, how could she not smile or at least wave? Like, just indulge these people who have been waiting for hours for you. And I personally feel like a very strong way about it, and I just was reading these different comments in the group, and I think a bunch of really interesting points were raised. The first one that was raised was that, do you think that a video like this would have sparked, like, a conversation if Taylor Swift was a man?
Probably, but there's no man really who, like, elicits this much crazy. Maybe
That's
like
true.
Harry Styles, but people don't even know where Harry Styles lives. I think
Right.
it speaks to her level of celebrity that people care this much, and I don't think it's because she's a woman. There's very few men that, like, have what she has in terms of a fan base.
Totally, but do you think they would have just been commenting on, like, how hot he looks or the fact that he, like, doesn't smile? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know. I've yet to see a video
Right,
like that.
okay.
And I feel like when I looked at this video, all I saw was like, oh my God, her legs look amazing. What's that outfit? She looks great.
Yeah.
Like, so personally, I can't relate to people who think like that. Why doesn't she smile? Because I don't think like that. There's a million reasons in this world not to smile.
Right. And so I was just reading the comments, and basically what the comments were saying, people are just like, you know, when you're at that level of fame, like you owe everything to your fans. How could you not even indulge them for just a second? And then I thought about it and I kept thinking about it and I was like, well, this is her house. It's not like she's leaving some restaurant. Like, this is her home. She has neighbors. Like, I'm sure they can't be too happy with the fact that there's 50 people outside, probably more, like 100 people outside their home every day. And I feel like the people who like wait outside are not really like her fans. Do you know what I mean? They're just like random New Yorkers. Because like her
I think
fans,
it's a mix of both. I think it's random New Yorkers who like want to get a picture and an autograph and sell it on eBay, but also fans who like, you know, have been staking out her house. She's in town. They're coming to town because she's in town.
Yes, but like I follow a lot of Taylor Swift fan accounts and they like respect the shit out of her privacy. And like when Taylor Swift was on vacation with Joe Alwyn and like pictures of them on the beach got leaked, like none of her fans would post it because they're like, it's such an invasion of privacy. And they were like yelling at other people in comments who would post them. Like they care so much. So I feel like real fans wouldn't wait outside her house because they know that's like a huge, like it's so
100%.
different because we live in New York. But like imagine if you were in the suburbs and there were just like 60 people outside your home, like 10 feet from like where your family sleeps. Like it's so different because you live in New York, but the rules should be the same.
I agree. And like the second she waves at them or like takes a selfie or signs an autograph, then more people will start to come. And I don't think she's trying to encourage that. I think she just wants to walk to her car. She's not trying to like make it a moment. She also doesn't need to wave to the paparazzi. Like they have ruined her life.
Right.
And also, those people aren't paying to be there. Like if you're at a concert and you see her and she's a bitch, like that's like you're paying to be there and that's her job. But you're standing on the street, it's your free will. Like you don't deserve anything.
No, and like waiting outside someone's home is like such an invasion of privacy that like just her smiling or waving like just means that she like would encourage this. You know what I mean? And okay, so I just want to read some of the comments because people have really differing opinions and I do too. So someone just wrote, hold on, I wanted to see it. Man or woman, she should have at least smiled or waved to the fans screaming her name. They are the reason she has everything. I just want to say, the reason she has everything, yes, is because her fans, but it's also because she's like an incredibly talented person. Like she's not like a nobody. Like I think there are certainly people in this world who don't have a ton of talent and like really owe it to just like their Instagram followers and like, okay, like no, and like I can't do that, but like there's so much more to Taylor Swift than her fans, but also her fans are everything, and she appreciates them so much. Like the Reputation Room, which by the way, there was no Reputation Room last night, so like really upsetting.
Because if there was, we would have gotten in because we were going ham. No one was going, at least in my section, no one was going nearly as ham as I was. If Andrea saw me, she would have been like,
same.
You too. Actually, I did see her, but it was too early in the show.
The Reputation Room is free. So like most artists will charge like crazy amounts for meet and greet tickets, and it'll really only be available to people with like access, like some music executive's daughter. Like the Reputation Room is completely free. She's only done like 10 shows. She's already met over 1,500 fans, and she hosts like secret listening sessions for her like true fans on, like that she knows from Tumblr in her house. Like there's no shortage of like things that she does for her fans. So like I can't with this argument of like she hates her fans.
Right. Here are some of the what
and, like,
people are saying.
She doesn't deserve them.
Okay, from Anita. She doesn't know anyone anything, but she loves her fans and was aware of them being there. Most artists would have acknowledged them with a wave. Well, she did turn to one side and smile at one point, but even if she hadn't done that, like, I just wouldn't encourage this like level of fandom.
Totally, and like I know that celebrities live in the public eye, but like everyone, I don't care how famous you are, they deserve even the smallest amount of privacy. And like this whole like mindset that like our generation has of like celebrities being completely open books and they're not entitled to any privacy. Like, no, they definitely have to be open about a lot of stuff, but like everyone deserves even the smallest bit of privacy, and that starts with your house. Like Taylor Swift has had so many break-ins. Literally some man was caught like sleeping in her bed in this exact apartment. Like, I don't know, I'm not here for, like, I totally understand her not encouraging this. You know what I mean?
I totally agree. Taylor Lynn, thank you for this. If she would have waved or something, people would have been hating in a different way. Everyone would call her thirsty or something. Like, yes, like that time she used to only walk out of her house and she got photographed every single day walking out of her house, and then it was like she was putting on her own like fashion show, and everyone was like, oh, she's so calculated.
No, it's really and by the way, she was calculated back then. Like, I feel like ever since this whole Reputation thing with Kim, like, really shook her whole life to the core. Like, she spent 22 years building like this empire off of what she puts out there, not what people know about her, what she wants people to know. And then this Kim thing like totally took that down, and now she's like rebirthed as like this empathetic, more like human person. But I just think that like I can't get over how much I disagree with people on this.
No, I totally agree. And like, who who even cares that much? Like,
Yeah.
let the girl do what she wants. Like, she's still a human being.
Yeah.
Maybe she's having a bad day, and you know what? She doesn't feel like smiling. Like,
Right.
Who gives a shit?
I just think, like, yes, every celebrity is an open book and they don't have the right to privacy. But I think the one thing that should be private is their house. Like, that's literally the only thing they ask for.
Right, and like,
And she's
if
so
you can't even
open.
respect that, don't expect a wave.
Right. And then, like, people get mad at her for being too open about her songs are so personal, like, about her boyfriends and stuff. Like, make up your mind. People literally, like, now that I'm...
You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So all you can do is exactly what you want to do, because either way you're going to get shit.
Yeah.
Might as well make yourself happy.
Yeah. And I don't think that there should be different rules, like, if you live in a city versus if you live, like in the suburbs, you know what I mean?
Well, I guess in the suburbs it's easier because you would have a gate and you would get in your car before you leave the gate.
Right. And by the way, here's the thing. Ready? Taylor Swift can go anywhere she wants without being seen. I mean, she took a break for 2 years and nobody saw her. Like, that's why when she was recently snapped outside Lady Gaga's recording studio, walking into where Miley was last week, and like everyone freaked out, she wanted us to know about that. Like, if she wanted to go somewhere and not be seen, she could. She owns like 2 floors in that building and she has a garage built in. She could just drive out. So almost like her not doing that and just like taking pictures of everyone is giving you something. Yeah, she could get anywhere she wants without being seen.
Remember when there was that theory that she was being snuck out of her apartment in like a speaker trunk?
She was.
How do you know?
Because it was real.
How do you know? When did we get confirmation?
I don't know, it just was.
I don't know if it was, but they never saw her leaving her apartment, but a man used to walk out with a big trunk.
Right, like that holds like music equipment.
And they said that she was being snuck out through the trunk. But like if she does have a secret garage, like why does she need to go out in the trunk?
Like it's the garage is new, I just read about it.
Oh, okay. So, but I thought she was building like a townhouse with a garage.
She's doing something. She just bought like the lot next door.
I feel like a townhouse is even less secure for her.
100%.
She should stay in
a building, yeah.
For sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Are you ready to close the book on Taylor Swift?
Like, no, but sure.
For sure.
Because we do have to move on with our lives.
I just feel like overall thoughts on the show and her as a human being.
A+.
And I also want to say that I'm sorry to her for everything that she went through, and that I definitely was not there for her when she needed us most. Well, we were we were so
like living for the drama.
We were living for the
drama. And by the way, I'm not team anything because like I don't really feel like I should have to choose between like my 2 queens. Like I stand them both. Of the 2 people in the entire world, like I think Kim and Taylor are like most important to me. Like, and I would like spend a ton of money on a Taylor concert, and I would spend a ton of money on like a meet and greet with Kim. Like, I don't really feel like I should have to choose, and I'm not. Like, I'm not taking sides. I'm very much in the middle. I really hope that they can work it out.
And even if they can't, we understand. But I actually feel like eventually they will.
Me too.
I really, really do. And I feel like
Kim doesn't like to have beef.
No, and I feel like Kim's the type, like, first she's sour, then she's sweet. Like,
yeah.
She'll, like, you know, shit all over something and then, like, be like, okay, I'm sorry. And she's been through a lot. Like, Taylor's been through a lot.
Yeah.
I just don't know if Taylor will, like, ever, has so much venom
Jackie,
in her heart for Kim.
She buries hatchets, but she keeps maps of where she puts them. That is the most telling lyric. Like, yeah, she'll bury the hatchet, but she'll never forget what she did to you.
And I don't think she'll ever forget. And I don't know how she could. Like, she just did a whole album, a whole stadium tour about what Kim did to her.
Right, so this is the craziest thing. Like, say what you want, but, like, she took the absolute worst thing that happened to her. And, like, to us, it doesn't seem like a big deal. It's just a video. But to her, it's, like, years and years of, like, building an image completely shattered. And she did lose a lot of fans because of it. Because it was really weird what she did. Like, say what you want. Like, she fucking lied. Like, sorry. So it's actually incredible what she turned this into. She is like literally breaking so many records. She's doing less shows than she did in 1989, but she's serving like double the amount of people. Like she will not perform at Madison Square Garden, which is like the most prestigious arena in the world. She's not performing at one single arena. She's the first woman to sell out.
Well, even 1989, she didn't perform at Madison Square Garden.
No, not at Madison Square Garden, but at some arenas. Some.
Okay.
This is stadium only. Like the only person I know that performs at just stadiums is like Bruce Springsteen and like Coldplay.
And Beyonce.
Yeah. But like it's mind-blowing what she turned like something sour into, and it's actually inspiring.
It is inspiring, but I feel like we got to move on soon because it's like now it's all we talk about. I feel like sometimes celebrities do things and like you actually forget. Like it's been 2 years now. Like we could have forgotten, but she's always reminding us.
Yeah.
So I'm ready for the next album.
I'm done.
But I'm very proud of her.
Me too.
This show was amazing. I had the greatest
Highly
night.
recommend.
Highly recommend. Wish I didn't go on a Sunday night because I'm broken today.
Me too.
But worth every moment.
My throat really hurts.
My legs at my hip, at my joints hurt.
Yeah, okay, Granny.
It's joint season.
Granny.
Okay, this second story is really fucking wild and just makes you think long and hard. Kathy Griffin says she fought with Ellen DeGeneres about Joan Rivers. The comedian Kathy Griffin, who was told she would never work again, just played a sold-out show at the Dolby Theater. Kathy Griffin, who was dropped by her representation, fired by CNN and Squatty Potty alike. Oh my God, was she a rep for Squatty Potty?
Honestly, that's like the dream brand.
I would squatty pot. Like, could you imagine us? That would be so perfect.
Totally. And have you ever used a squatty potty?
Yes.
It's epic. I'm going to get one.
It's pretty good. And put under a media blackout after she took part in a photo shoot that saw her holding a Donald Trump mask, dripping in ketchup, implying the president had been beheaded, has been on a Laugh Your Head Off tour, world tour.
Honestly, that's a great name for a tour.
That's hilarious.
Laugh Your Head Off.
Laugh Your Head Off world tour to prove that just because they tried to put her out to pasture doesn't mean she would move, she said at her Los Angeles stop Thursday. It's not all jokes tonight, she said. I'm also spilling piping hot tea. Self-proclaimed to be known for being a star fucker who tells dick jokes, her 3-hour set performed in the now infamous dress from that Tyler Shields photo shoot.
3-hour set? That's
wild.
crazy.
Didn't skimp on the usual brand of raucous, frank storytelling that helped her earn a Grammy for Best Comedy Album in 2014 and hit the bestseller list twice. Despite the fact that it was an LA crowd, and you probably all know her, Griffin revealed she got into a fight with Ellen DeGeneres after Joan Rivers died. One of the things that really hurt Joan, and we talked about it at our last meal together, was that Ellen always shunned her, and Ellen thought she was vulgar and not funny, Griffin said, noting that DeGeneres thinks she's also too vulgar. But when Rivers died, Griffin wanted to reach out. I just called her and I just said, look, woman to woman, comic to comic, I think you need to let go of your hatred for Joan Rivers. She's passed away, just do a fucking tribute. Be
totally.
Cool, Griffin said. But according to Griffin, DeGeneres wasn't having it and responded that there's a difference between mean and funny, and Rivers was mean. That fucking set me off, Griffin admitted. So we had a fight in which I used inflammatory words like, look, you fucking untalented hack. You know when you're fighting with someone and you can kind of get to that kind of laugh at a point? Yeah, not that day. A couple of days later, Griffin said she texted DeGeneres to say that she couldn't stop thinking about the fight they had. It was so dynasty that I demanded to be Alexis as long as you're Crystal, she recalled, writing. I think we should do a scene in the pool. I think there should be big hats. And that bitch didn't even respond, but that was a good idea.
Okay.
Damn.
So I've recently had this revolution when it comes to Ellen. A renaissance.
Revelation.
Revelation. A renaissance, if you will. So I used to stan Ellen. I think she's.
You did?
Yes. I think her show is so funny, and she really does such good work on her show. Her in Walmart and her in Cheerios are always giving money to such worthy causes, schools that need money. And I watch the show and I just feel good.
Noah
she
Ritter.
Always gets good talent, great performers. Noah Ritter. I just think her show is a good place. It's a happy place. She really is an LGBTQ icon. I completely agree. But
With yourself.
With myself. In the past couple of months, I've kind of turned on her because I had heard rumors that she's a huge bitch. If you're on her, if you work for her show or if you're a guest, you literally can't look her in the eyes. I mean, Corinne told us she was the scariest woman alive. And I do think everyone earns their right to be as much of a diva as they want, but I don't know, when your job is a lot about philanthropy, how can you be such a two-faced bitch?
No, and you're saying that Joan Rivers was mean and not funny?
At least Joan Rivers was mean to your face.
And at least Joan was mean and funny. You're mean and jury's out on funny according to your Comedians in Cars episode.
You're funny and then you're mean, to someone else. And then, yes, last night.
There's a fly in here.
I know, and I'm going to kill it when it comes to me.
It's like that
episode of Breaking Bad. We'll get it.
I never saw it.
Wait, but then last night I watched her episode of Comedians in Cars with Jerry Seinfeld, and I came up with 2 theories. One, she didn't speak the whole time. And it's well, that makes sense because she's now her show's been on the air, for 15 years? She's used to people writing things for her, and she delivers it very funny, but she hasn't had to come up with an original thought, literally in 20 years. And she was being so mean to Jerry, making fun of him, from Sniper from the side, she was did you just turn your turn signal on? Yeah, that's what you do when you drive.
Yeah, that's what you do, it's the law.
No, I was just getting such bad vibes from her, and she was so not funny. And I'm wow, maybe she isn't funny, she's literally a team of writers. She has her own company. I wouldn't be funny if I had people writing for me too.
Right.
So it's just I've kind of turned on her.
I've turned on her too. This is definitely the final nail. You do not fuck with Joan. Joan is the
end all be all.
She is the female comic icon. I can't think of anyone in comedy that I love more and stand more than Joan.
Or that achieved as much as Joan.
And it was funnier than Joan.
Yeah.
And especially in her death now, she's iconic forever, no matter what you thought of her.
Totally.
And even after she died, Ellen couldn't bury the hatchet. You can fucking scram.
That is the epitome of holding a grudge.
No,
someone's
totally.
dead and you can't get over it.
That would be if, God forbid, something happened to Kim.
Yeah.
And Taylor was still talking shit.
Right, but Kim technically did something to Taylor. Joan never did anything to Ellen. Joan's existence bothered Ellen. That's bullshit.
That's such bullshit. Joan is everything, and I agree. This, there's been a series of Ellen things that I used to really enjoy her show too. Like I used to watch all the highlights on YouTube. Very good stuff. Noah Ritter is literally my son, and I just forgot I gave birth to him.
Yeah.
And now I've moved on.
Yeah.
And where is Noah Ritter?
He's fine. He works still for
Is he
Ellen
being
Tube.
protected?
Ellen Tube. Yeah. He's friends with Mason Ramsey. They should be. Also, I thought her interview with Mason Ramsey was like extremely condescending.
Completely.
And like she was like not protecting him. She was like making fun of him. And like that was the beginning of the end for me.
She was making fun of his like wholesome dreams. Oh, you want $15,000 to go to college? Like,
or the Opry. Like it was just not, like she was not in tune with what's necessary.
No, not at all.
And I saw something so funny that when Joan died, someone paired together all the terrible things like Joan has said about like some celebrities, and then the celebrities who tweeted at her. Like she wrote something about Rihanna looking like a Nazi once, and then Rihanna was like, "Happy birthday, Joan!" Like such a rest in peace, Joan Rivers. She like tweeted like about how sad it was, and like the whole world knew. Like it's just a joke. Like don't take it too seriously. But Ellen, a comique, didn't know that. Like if Rihanna knew it.
What did Joan ever even say about Ellen?
Nothing. She just thought she was too vulgar. And definitely, I think there are comics who are too vulgar, but I don't hate them.
No,
I just don't listen to them.
And it's not Joan.
I didn't think Joan was too vulgar.
No.
I think like Sarah Silverman is too vulgar. Like when we saw Michelle Wolf, literally every word out of her mouth was dick or pussy. Like that's vulgar.
Yeah.
Joan, yes, was mean, but mean is a brand of humor.
I agree. Also, like, find me a mean Joan quote that isn't true.
Oh, right. It's not mean if it's true. That's like the other thing.
No, find me one. And
No,
if it's
like-
false, then it's mean.
Honestly, we've never needed a Joan more than we do in this climate.
Oh my God.
And while I'm happy she's at peace, I really need her.
No, I need her. And like,
She was always putting shit into perspective.
and she was like, oh, she was just right about everything. I just can't.
No, I
It's
know.
so sad. It's
It's
the
so
greatest
sad.
loss. And that fucking doctor can rot in hell.
I've never been like so profoundly affected by the death of a celebrity as I was with Joan Rivers.
Same.
And I don't think about like dead celebrities ever, but I think about Joan like all the time.
Like, what would Joan say about this?
Yeah, and like I watch her stand up, like I really like feel her absence.
No, same. Oh, that documentary. And like, she didn't get the respect that she deserved
No.
in her lifetime. And like, we suck collectively as a people. Like,
Totally.
Justice for Joan, you guys.
Joan invented Who Are You Wearing?
Yeah.
She just invented everything.
Oh, I fucking love her so much. Okay, are you ready for this next story?
Yes.
It's actually a very exciting story, and it's a little bit of travel news. End of the airport nightmare. New scanners may finally mean end of liquid ban, which has frustrated passengers for 12 years. You see this is me walking through security.
That is so funny because you just reminded me of something when I was brushing my teeth that I wanted to tell the story.
Oh.
Well, you say this first.
New scanners will be trialed at Heathrow Airport, which could mean the end of strict rules on carrying liquid bottles on planes. Computed tomography technology could allow X-ray scanners to produce a 3D image of the contents of passengers' luggage and detect any explosives. The ban on liquid bottles, which requires passengers to put small quantities of toiletries in a plastic bag, which is very fucking sad, came into force after a terror plot was foiled in 2006.
Hang on, I have to tell you the funniest thing. Don't look at your phone. Some people in the comments are like saying celebrities whose deaths they really like are not over and like really think about all the time. And someone wrote Robert Williams. Robin Williams.
Oh my God, I thought
Oh my
you
God,
were
that
like,
is so funny.
I thought I said something wrong or something. I was like, this again.
Sorry. So we might be able to bring liquids on planes soon.
Which is so exciting. Like you don't have to buy a $5 water in the airport.
Right.
And it's not going to be Dasani.
Right.
You could bring some alcohol.
Right. Oh, that's true.
You could bring your beauty products.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be like a little mouse with
TSA
3 ounces of setting spray. You could bring
totally.
your rose water.
By the way, you know what's so crazy that I just learned? Like, because I had a rose water that the Mario Badescu small size is like 1 fluid ounce too
I know.
big.
That's why I bought a little Caudalie one, which is amazing.
But mine was like basically finished. There was like the tiniest bit left. They still wouldn't let me bring it, even though there was probably half a fluid ounce in there, just because the bottle says. Isn't that so crazy?
It's so fucked up. I've thought this through, and it's fucked.
Okay, but wait, so I wanted to tell you my story. Because I was in the Denver airport, which, by the way, I've had the honor, since going on tour, to see some of the country's worst airports. And I've decided that it's Denver. Even though there's crazy conspiracy theories about the Denver airport. Have you heard?
No. Oh, the carpet?
What?
Oh, sorry.
What's the carpet?
There's an airport carpet thing that's like a conspiracy.
What they say is everyone was like, do you know about the Denver airport? I'm like, what? Like you have to take a train? It's so annoying. Like no matter what terminal you're at, you have to take a train. It's so stupid. I hate that. So apparently there's like a crazy underground area of the Denver airport, which they say the Illuminati meets at. Okay, whatever.
In Denver?
Right, wait, ready? You're gonna say in Denver to this too. They also say since that they have such a robust underground that the Queen, when she comes to America, flies to Denver and then goes underground. Like,
Who makes this up?
I don't know. Someone was like, have you heard the conspiracy theories? I'm like, no, what?
That's
so
crazy.
Stupid.
Okay,
What's
yeah.
the carpet thing?
Airport. I just Googled airport carpet. So apparently at Portland International Airport, the carpet features geometric shapes on a teal background representing the intersection of the north and south runways seen by air traffic controllers. I don't know, but it's like, it went viral, this carpet.
Ugly. Okay, so I was in the Denver airport, which is just fucking terrible. It's so big that like, even if you have the best possible scenario with your gate, you still have to take 2 escalators and a train. Like, I hate those trains. Like, and yes, if
An
you're
escalator is fine.
if you're in, I just wanted to be dramatic. Like,
Okay.
So, I was going through security, which by the way, it was 10:30. They were acting like it was 4 in the morning. Like, they closed every single gate, security,
Denver
checkpoint.
is the city that sleeps.
And they kept having arrows to the one that was open. So I get there, no TSA pre-check, which is so annoying. Whatever. So I get in line and they take my bag. And it's like my purse. There was like nothing in there. And when I finally got my things checked out, it was my keychain. They didn't know what it, like this really set it off, the keychain. We didn't know what it was. I'm like, it's a keychain. So stupid. But I literally had to wait 20 minutes to get this woman to check my bag because the guy in front of me, it was a woman and her kid. The kid's bag got checked. And the kid's like fluoride SpongeBob flavored toothpaste got taken away. And he like was not stop crying about the stupid toothpaste. Why do they have to take it away? So this TSA agent took it upon herself to like teach the kid about terrorists like in the 10 seconds. Like she was like, if I let this, she was trying to explain. And by the way, A, she did a bad job, and B, she scared the shit out of this kid.
Good.
She was like, if I let this on and this toothpaste kills someone, like this kid is like 3 years old, and this toothpaste kills someone, that would be very bad. And the kid's like, why would my toothpaste kill someone? It was so stupid.
SpongeBob got wild.
She was being like so like vulgar. I'm surprised the mom like didn't grab the kid. The kid was so young and he was just like crying about his toothpaste. It was so stupid, and like all the while he was done. Like I needed my bag and I had to wait for her for story time to be over. It was so stupid.
It's like they don't have the time to do airport security, but they have the time to tell stories.
If a bad guy takes your toothpaste and kills someone, it's like, did you really just say that? It was so stupid.
Wow, but soon he can bring his toothpaste on the plane.
Well, you know what? Now I've gotten acclimated to not bringing.
No, and like not having hairspray when I travel.
Right. Oh, okay. Since when is hairspray liquid?
Well, I mean,
Dry shampoo is liquid now. They took my whole thing away because I brought a full size dry shampoo.
yeah. I guess
It's
you
aerosol.
shake it. No, this cap makes it aerosol spray, but in the bottle it's liquid.
Bullshit.
I mean, this is just the world we live in.
It's bullshit.
I'm not defending it, but I'm really excited for this
Do you
to be
remember,
over.
like, when
for all
those-
the beauty queens out there.
These machines where like they scan you. Remember when they were like so crazy controversial? People were like, they can see you naked. It was like on the cover of the New York Times. It was like a huge deal. I'm like, they don't even see you naked. They just get like a scan.
No, but I'm sure they can see you naked, but it's like, sorry.
No, but like everyone was so worried. Like all the moms, like I don't feel safe, you know?
Yeah. Well, you can't go in there if you're pregnant, I believe. So
Because of the radiation.
that is crazy. We're being rated upon, and we don't even know it.
Whatever. It's gonna come out for sure that like one of those machines like was related to someone's infertility. It's like not good to have that much radiation.
That's what I'm saying.
Totally.
But now sometimes they let you just walk through the simple
If
machine.
they totally racial profile. Like if they think you're like cute, they'll let you through.
Or if they think you're young, because anytime they ask me how old I am at the airport, it's because they think I look younger than 13, because that's how old you have to be to go through one of those machines.
Oh. No, like literally,
Thanks, guys.
I was online. It was so long, so they let like 10 people through, and they did not let me through. Do I look like suspicious?
I don't know. I feel like you're always starting trouble.
That's true.
You're a
No,
troublemaker.
No, they did the right thing in hindsight.
Okay, our next story is very sad for all these Ritz cracker fans. There's been a Ritz recall. Certain snacks recalled due to salmonella concerns, reports Fox 8 Cleveland.
Well, salmonella is for meat. This is crackers.
The maker of Ritz products, Mondelez Global, announced a voluntary recall of some of...
Vandelay?
Mondelez.
Do you know Vandelay?
Mondelez.
Vandelay?
No, what's that?
From Seinfeld.
Oh.
Mondelez, let's go whip it up at Mondelez.
Announced a voluntary recall of some of its Ritz cracker sandwiches and Ritz Bits products. According to a press release, the affected products contain whey powder, which the supplier has recalled due to the potential presence of salmonella. The recall is limited exclusively to the products below, a whole laundry list of Ritz crackers.
But you know what? This sounds like they're just being safe. Like the odds
Yeah, precaution.
that there are salmonella is low, but like I appreciate them taking the right
precautionary steps.
Yeah.
There have not been any complaints of the illness at this point, according to the company who asked consumers to throw out any of these products. Can you get a refund?
That's so funny because I ate Ritz crackers over the weekend.
Now you're not feeling so well?
I got Ritz crackers and Sun Chips, and I opened the Sun Chips, and they were like so stale, and I was like, ew. Then I opened the Ritz crackers, and they were also stale, and I look.
It's just
this
wherever you bought
bodega
them.
in Denver was selling snacks that expired in April. Isn't that crazy? And I was like,
that's
already
crazy.
gone.
It's so crazy when you find an expired chip because like how long has it been there for? It must have the old branding still.
Wait, also the Denver chips, the bags was like, you know when on a plane when you bring a bag of chips and it's like huge?
Yeah.
Because the altitude is so high in Denver, like my chips were huge.
Because you were sky high in Colorado.
Right.
Were you sky high in Colorado?
I did not get sky high in Colorado, but at my show in Denver, which was incredibly lit, I sang Sky High in Colorado, and I was singing Tequila, and like everyone was with me. But then when that line came, like everyone sang. It was like really epic.
That is really epic.
Yeah,
I'm sure that line has brought a lot of joy to the townspeople.
Well, apparently dispensaries are on like every corner, but I couldn't find one. I just wanted to go in and take a picture. I don't smoke pot, but I literally people were like, "You haven't seen one?" I'm like, "No." They have like green plus signs.
So if you had bought some, Mary J,
could I have brought it back?
Yeah.
No.
They would have stopped you.
Yeah.
Maybe they thought you had Mary J, and that's why they put you in that.
Yeah, in my keychain, whatever. Also, I have to say something about my Denver show because like it was so crazy. First of all, there was a Toasty pregame that like I wanted to go to, but I had sound check and it looked so fun. Like literally 60
sound
people.
check.
Oh yeah. They were like literally. I basically just like stood on the stage and sang. Like 60 toasters came and they looked so cute and they like all made best friends. This girl came up to me in the meet and greet. She was like, "I literally moved to Denver 2 days ago and now I have like 100 friends." It was so cute. But after my show, right before the meet and greet, this security guard came up to me. She was like this really sweet woman, and she was like, "I'm really sorry." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Literally, I've worked here for 10 years. We host mostly like punk rock and rock and roll shows, and I've never had to throw as many people out as I did from your show." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "Literally, people were going to the bar and buying bottles and then bringing them back to their seats."
That's crazy.
No, and like I knew everyone was like pretty drunk, and when I was in St. Louis, I was like, wow, this is the drunkest crowd ever. Literally at the meet and greet, some girl fell over and knocked over the like the backdrop. I was like, okay. Some other girl was so wasted, she told me that I sucked. Like it was so crazy. Everyone was so drunk. And I'm like, I can't get any drunker than this. And then I went to Denver and it was insane.
That's wild.
I'm sure there are a lot of people who don't remember the meet and greet. Like they were so blackout, like they weren't even talking English.
What do you think it is? Just your presence?
I think that they all pregame together and then
Oh, right.
I think they expect it to be more difficult to get drinks at the, like when I go
Venue.
to a show, I'm like, it's impossible to get a drink. But comedy clubs, like, is
have a
technically
minimum.
like, they have a minimum and it's like a restaurant. So like there's a waitress for every table. It's just a lot easier to get drinks than they think. And it's so crazy how drunk everyone gets.
That's insane. Speaking of toasty meetups, there was a toaster meetup in Indiana, and it was buck wild.
Well, I want to know where it was hosted because I think it was Utah Stevens' apartment and it was like mad nice.
No, it was so nice. It was like a loft.
Yeah.
And it was kind of a duplex.
And who knew that Indiana was like a large toaster watering hole?
And that like there are the toastiest toasters.
Yeah,
And the
so
tipsiest toasters
a
in
toaster
Indiana.
named Utah Stevens hosted an Indiana Toasters like just like day rager at his house, and like literally everyone was blackout drunk. They were putting pictures and videos in the group of them all just like rolling around drunk. It was so funny.
It looked like a frat party.
Yeah, it
Or,
looked
like,
really fun.
It looked really fun. And it was giving me like just so much excitement for Camp Toast.
Yeah, that literally same. Also like a little bit of a pit because I don't think I realized like how much the toasters drink. Like I drink a lot, but like
No, it's
they
like
get so drunk.
No, but it's like individually, toasters drink a lot, and then when they all come together as toasters, it's like something that we all have in common.
You know, Camp Toast could be an incredible shit show.
No, I think it will be, but it has to be measured because like I really want to accomplish some activities.
We can't drink during the day. I want to play.
No, I feel like beer and wine during the day.
Okay.
That's nice.
Yeah, a
Get
nice beer with lunch.
A light buzz. A beer and a burger.
Oh yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah. Hey.
Hot dog and the wine.
Hey. It's gonna be so lit.
Okay. Fifth and final story. Wannabe socialite, our girl Anna, may have bilked the Fyre Festival fraudster for #1 fraudster of the year.
According to who, though?
Page 6.
Okay.
We have a winner in the Scammer Olympics after Page 6 learned that socialite grifter Anna Sorokin managed to bilk months of free accommodations in the Soho loft out of a fellow alleged heavyweight con artist, Fyre Festival organizer Billy McFarland. In May 2017, it was revealed that Sorokin had posed as a German heiress called Anna Delvey to allegedly trick banks, businesses, and friends into giving her hundreds of thousands of dollars in cash and goods. But we hear that New York's most beloved swindlers went head-to-head back in 2013 when Sorokin, who managed to stay at high-end hotels such as 11 Howard for months before being discovered, moved into the Wooster Street headquarters of McFarland's dubious credit card company, Magnesis, for 4 months. Anna knew people on Billy's team, explains an insider. She just asked to stay for a few days, then she wouldn't leave. So she conned the conner. The conner, yeah.
Wait, say it again?
She, conned Billy McFarland.
Into what?
To letting her stay at his headquarters.
Wow.
Magnesis, which McFarland once notoriously said is Latin for absolutely nothing, produced black cards linked to members' regular credit card accounts. It also threw bashes at the Soho loft. She hung out and went to parties, says the source. She was there, just sitting there all the time. Our source says McFarland, who is awaiting sentencing scheduled for Thursday after pleading guilty to fraud for duping investors into his failed 2017 music festival, is actually a polite and non-confrontational person who was only able to hint that he wanted Sorokin to leave. He hinted, the staff hinted, explains a source. She had Balenciaga bags and clothes everywhere. The company wound up moving into a townhouse. That's the only way they got her out. She had been there for 4 months.
Oh my God, the student becomes the master.
Wow. Honestly, these
Good
two
for her.
are a power couple.
Yeah.
Imagine what they could take over the world
Who do you
together.
think is a bigger scammer?
I think her, because honestly, his scam was really foiled very quickly, and she went on with this charade for years.
Yeah, no, she's definitely better at it, and she had more longevity, but he affected way more people.
That's true. Really,
And she stole from banks who they have enough money.
Right.
He stole from nice people who just wanted to have a good time. He's actually corrupt.
I totally agree, but he really did expose a level of thirst in Instagram.
In everyone.
In everyone, just people who wanted to go to a festival on the beach Instagram.
No, even if it was a success, I never would have, that is the last place I would ever go.
Right, you don't go to that festival if you're not just
thirsty.
Thirsty.
And the fact that you and I have been to Coachella is astonishing because we're anti-Coachella.
We really are, but we went to work, and you know what?
Yeah.
Premium content just never sleeps.
Workers gotta work.
Whether it's Coachella or whether it's here.
Oh my God, so funny. I got the most nasty DM after my Denver show about a girl who said I'm not funny and I should just quit. It was so mean. And she was there. And she was insulting me left and right. She's I'm just giving you honest feedback. She really thought she was helping me. And in her Instagram bio was a reference of something we said. It's serving up premium content. We say that. It was just it was hilarious.
Did
you know
you
what
respond?
I mean?
Did you tell her to
I
grab
sent her a
spoon?
couple spoons, yes. I just sent a spoon emoji.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I got such great gifts at the meet and greet, and I got a couple things for you and a letter.
A letter for me?
Yeah. Wait. I got so much food that I ate on the plane.
What?
This one girl, apparently she'd been DMing Olivia for months. She put together the most premium care package for me, for the plane. A box of Reese's cereal. Remember I was just saying? A Skippy, smooth, not chunky. A spoon that says engraved, eat my ass. It was the most, metal straws. I forget. Hold on. I want to say her name because she really deserves it. And I DM'd her. I was thank you so much.
That's amazing. And I actually have just decided that my household is gonna become a metal straw household.
Really? Oh, Bridget. I just want to give her a shout out to you. And she came
That's
in my
amazing.
pajamas and a toasty kimono.
Oh my goodness! I just ordered a toasty kimono.
I ordered a toasty romper and it was so flattering.
Oh no, a toasty, not kimono, a toasty robe, so I can get ready being toasty.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, I got it from Catherine Dennis's Instagram story, which is
an
amazing segue.
Wait, no. Hold on one second. Did you see Casey Musgrave's toasty ass outfit in Honolulu? First of all, she looked unbelievable. Yeah.
Do you
she
love
looked
me?
So skinny and she's Erin O'Pree, who's the same.
She does.
Yep. She does Erin O'Pree, who's the same trainer that was in City Strong. I don't think she's associated with City Strong, which is Caitlin's thing. And she does Kelsey's legs and Carrie's Underwood's legs, and now
She does the Women of Country's legs.
Yeah, and only the women with the best legs.
My legs.
I know.
That's the only shot I have at ever having nice legs is Erin.
Sorry, so I just wanted to say Casey was wearing a toasty romper and a light pink kimono, and she looked amazing and toasty. Sorry, what about Southern Charm? What you said? Oh my God, so much drama over the weekend with Southern Charm. And then I read a comment in the Toasters that made me rethink everything.
Okay, why don't you take it from the beginning?
Well, someone in the Toasters group sent us, just posted this random picture they found of Ashley. And at first I didn't think it was Ashley because it looked nothing like her. The girl had huge boobs and
blonde
just
hair.
didn't look like her. And then the more I looked at it, I'm like, oh, it's totally her. And
She's a chameleon.
Everyone went insane on the comments. So I posted it on our Instagram and I was like, wow, she looks so different. And I tagged Ashley. Obviously, she blocked us within moments of the picture going up, which she's smart because now it doesn't show up in her tagged photos and it doesn't let me tag her anymore, which is just so annoying. What else?
And then she was in the Facebook group.
Oh, right. Oh my God. So then, I think this actually might have even happened before. We do live threads on our Facebook group of girls who are watching things live. They all watch together and comment together. And apparently there were these two fake Facebook accounts that like didn't have photos and like had fake names and like were brand new Facebook accounts that were like in the comments like defending Ashley and like being mean to everyone. Like it was obviously Ashley. It was like
How
Roman
did
Kelly.
she weasel her way in?
We're so strict about who we let in.
We're so strict, especially about like joined Facebook recently.
Yeah, that's like the biggest.
Even if you just joined Facebook and you're a true toaster, but you're like a teacher and so you never had Facebook, I'm sorry.
It's such a red flag.
It's not gonna happen.
Yeah. So I don't know how the hell she got in, and it's so crazy. And then like Shep texted me, he was like, "Where did you find that picture?"
Stop.
Yeah, and I was like, literally, like one of the toasters, like on the ground.
And what did he say?
He was like, I'll read it. He was just like, she's so like different looking. Like everyone that picture is so telling of so many things.
Of so many things. It's like back then she was like a whatever she was, bottle service girl, big titties, and now she's like trying to be a woman of Charleston. She's a chameleon.
Nurse.
She's a chameleon. What's like a movie where, like that movie, Imposter, that show Imposters on Bravo, where the girl looks different in every scene?
Yeah.
That's her.
She looked, yeah. But then I read something on, someone commented something that like made me feel kind of bad. And like this was like, I was like kind of piling on to like what everyone was saying about her. But then they were like, honestly, like, I'm really worried about her. Like she's so like, her mental health is obviously like in such fragile state. And like with like literally the entire world like packing it on, like just like ganging up on her. Like she like is in such a fragile state. Like they're like afraid that she might do something like because she's in such like a fragile mental state. And then I was like, I kind of felt bad and I was like, I don't want to be like just another person. And I know you like reality TV is fake, but she's definitely like a bad person and like is evil and like said terrible things to Catherine. And I hate her still, but like I don't think I want to like publicly like be mean to her anymore. Do you know what I mean? I like felt kind of bad.
I understand, but I feel like that's such a cop out when people are like, oh my God, she's in a fragile mental state. Like Thomas is manipulating her, brainwashing her. Like first of all, she moved to Charleston on her own accord, knowing full well what she's getting into.
She seeked him out.
If you watch the show, she will not let him go. She has something on him. It's not him like wrangling her and keeping her like, he's like, you're free to go. And she like refuses to let go.
She has something on him.
Also, she is like,
I know what it is.
When Catherine and Thomas met, like Catherine was a child, truly.
Right, he took advantage of her.
Ashley is 30 plus. She is a practicing nurse. She knows all about mental health. Like she knows all about health, and she is making all of these choices on her own. So just like to say, oh, you know, she's like in a fragile mental state and she's on a show and people are being mean to her. Like I just think it's a cop out. Like you know what totally. You sign up for with reality TV. Everybody gets the brunt of it at one point or another. No one ever said this about Catherine. Oh, you guys, we should stop being mean.
Right.
It's a pile on.
That's true.
And Catherine was never as horrible as Ashley is.
No, totally. Also, I don't know if I've said this yet, but she does have something on Thomas. She has a sex tape.
We've said this like a bunch of times.
Did we say what's in the sex tape?
Sex tape. I don't think so because this is a family show.
So you don't want me to say it because I do know.
Just go ahead.
It's Thomas with 2 lesbians and 2 dildos.
2 dildos? Mm-hmm. Oh, I only heard dildo. You know what movie I watched this weekend that is just so underrated?
What?
Bruno.
What
Sacha
is that?
Baron Cohen. The sequel to Borat.
Oh.
And
it's no Borat.
When it came out, like it was just no Borat, but watching it this weekend, first of all, it's just so applicable to the times and it's so funny. We were laughing out loud.
Sacha Baron Cohen is really like a unique talent.
I haven't watched his new show yet.
Me neither. And Corinne was on it last night and I really want to see it. I saw a clip and it was so funny. And she was like a really good sport about it.
Totally.
People like complaining about it, like Sarah Palin, like stop. Like it's a joke, okay? Like Corinne
and you have to like be in on the joke. Like Corinne just has the best attitude about this stuff and it's like, she just seems like she's in on the joke.
Yeah, no, she was like a really good sport about it. Like I just like people who can laugh at themselves. Do you know what I mean? Like
no, totally.
People who take themselves so seriously, like relax.
Relax.
Don't do it when you want to get to it. I'm so tired.
I'm so tired. I usually start the show tired, and by the end, I'm like, let's go.
No,
and
it's the opposite.
I'm like,
I'm depleted.
Let's go home.
I'm getting an official, like a medical lymphatic massage today, just because I have like still a bump from my surgery, and Sharon Gacy said it'll really help it go away if you get like a real lymphatic massage. So I'm going to this girl named, it's like a Russian name, Natanya or something. I'm really excited.
Natasha?
I'll let you know. No, it's like Natanya.
That's a nice name.
Yeah, no, I'm really excited. Just on my face. I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep. A, because I'm tired, and B, I love getting my face rubbed.
I'm literally gonna fall asleep on the car on the way home. Like, I'm so tired.
Yeah.
You guys, this has been a great joy.
Oh, wait. People want to know what you thought about Shutter Island. Is it Shelter or Shutter?
Shutter. Okay, you guys, that's the only thing that can wake me up is my thoughts on Shutter Island.
It took Jackie 4 days to watch a movie.
It took me 2 days to watch a movie because I was worried that I wasn't going to be able to sleep. I was home alone. It was dark. And then I realized after I finished it the next day in the daytime that I actually could have finished it at night because the ending was way more palatable than what you thought was going on. However, there are so many different theories as to what could have happened, and we've discussed this a little bit. And I'm so glad I watched this movie. I'm so glad I didn't let you spoil it for me because I never watch movies that aren't like rom-com kissing,
Legally
set it
Blonde,
up, stupid, clueless for the 85th
Totally.
time. So it was just nice to get out of my comfort zone a little bit.
Agreed.
And really use my brain. And you told me
I love using my brain.
You told me there was a giant twist. So like I had so much time in between watching the first half and the second half that all I thought about was the twist.
Right.
And I still didn't figure it out.
It's almost better to know that there's not a twist coming.
No, but I just thought the twist was going to be like, oh, Mark Ruffalo is working for the island.
Right.
Like, not that the whole movie
Right.
is, oh, sorry, spoiler. Not that the whole movie is from the perspective of the crazy man, but...
Wait, sorry, I'm on our Toes Instagram, and you know the skincare brand Ahava?
You're just on Instagram right now?
No, I just saw a message, and I'm like, I saw a notification, and I was like, I need to tap it. You know the Israeli...
Yes, of course.
They tagged us in an Instagram story. Someone who works there is watching the toast. She definitely meant to put it on her personal Instagram account, and she's going to get fired, but still.
No,
it says...
we love Ahava, you guys. The Dead Sea mask, mud
It's the
mask
best
is
shit.
everything.
And it's not really that
If you want to send
expensive.
us some stuff,
Yeah.
sure.
The salt for the bath. Sea salt? What's it called?
Bath salts. You should know about
It
those.
says premium content always, the morning toast. It's definitely like a social media manager who's about to get fired.
No, she's definitely not because like I feel like it's good for the brand to have it to show that
Yeah.
they're in tune with the millennials.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we were talking about theories, Shutter Island, and there's three things that
When you saw the end, you saw 3 possibilities.
Yeah, and I had to watch like one of these explainers just to make sure I was understanding everything right because it took me so long to even like believe the doctor because I was like, you're gonna try and tell me that Leo's crazy, like we've been watching him this whole time.
Right, and we know you're corrupt.
Right. And you're like doing SS testing.
I thought it was you walking through the front door.
You're the one doing lobotomies and taking
Right.
pieces out of the brains.
Right.
But then once the names were an anagram, I was like, okay, maybe you have some legitimacy.
When they
to
moved
what
that
you're
letters
saying.
around, I was like, shook.
Right. And like he is patient 67 and he wrote that note to himself. Okay, so
Oh, right, someone's missing, right.
Right. So the one theory is that, you know, the doctor is right, he's crazy, they let him live out this fantasy.
Because they thought he would become clear.
And he did, but it was just like really nice that they all like role played this whole island. Seems like a really nice mental institution that they like do drama class like this.
Yep.
The second theory
It seems like an extreme length to go for a crazy person.
Right. And that by the end, it's unclear if he is lucid and he chooses to lobotomize himself because he can't live with the guilt of what he's done, or he really thinks he's a detective again and everything was for nothing, or 3,
Which is what I think.
he really is a detective and the institution has
Made
convinced
him
him
think
that
he
he's
was crazy.
I don't think it's that.
I do.
Oh wow, you're a real conspiracy theorist.
Because then when they show the lighthouse at the end, it's like, sorry, boom, you know.
Oh, I don't know.
I really think I need to rewatch it again because you know, like now minutia that like I've obviously forgotten about because I haven't watched a movie since high school.
No, you have to, and Martin Scorsese said like this movie's gonna make double the amount of money because you have to see it twice.
I mean, I have seen it twice, but a long time ago.
Like now I need to watch it back from obviously
Knowing the
someone
mindset
else's
of something's
perspective,
up.
and it all makes sense. Also, Andrew Raynis or whatever his name is clearly a toaster with his toasty tie.
Yes.
So like that was just a nice touch, Martin Scorsese. Thank you.
No, Leo did a great job. That scene when he comes back to his house on the lake and the wife is and all the kids are floating in the. Oh my God, that is the craziest scene.
But like, here's my thing that I was debating. So he kills his wife because his wife killed the children, but I don't think that makes him the most violent prisoner in the land.
Same.
And it made me think, because the doctor said something to the effect of, you are the most violent prisoner, you committed the most violent crimes. So I feel like he went into trauma mode after that and then did some terrible things on the force. And there's even worse things that he did that they didn't have the heart to tell him because that was all he could handle was knowing about his wife and children.
But what could he have done?
Like, I don't know, killed some people that weren't bad. Like, he was a cop. So maybe he turned into a bad cop. Right? I just got that vibe that there was much worse things that he did. If the worst thing that he did was kill his wife after she drowned their children, like, he doesn't deserve a lobotomy.
Totally.
He's not
That's a
that
justified
violent.
murder.
Right. It's
Interesting.
actually technically not justified because he was armed, she was unarmed, like she wasn't dangerous, he sort of just called the cops, but like...
Sorry, she deserved to die.
Right, and also he couldn't forgive himself for he knew that his wife wasn't stable.
Wasn't well, and he left the kids.
With her.
Yeah,
And
totally.
she tried to burn down their apartment, and it's like, I'm just confused.
Yeah, but that was just a
And
crazy
it's like, how do you
scene.
try to burn down an apartment and you just burn down one
How
of them?
big of a pit did you have when like he turned the kids over and like the kids were in the lake and like they were just dead?
No, I was getting like the Holocaust pits. Like I wasn't expecting Holocaust movie when...
Yeah, no, it was like a weird...
And like when the liberation of Dachau and like there were all these bodies and then like, of course, their eyes open, just like kill me now.
Yeah, totally.
That's when I had to turn it off in the middle of the night.
No, it's like a dark, dark movie.
No, it's very dark. Definitely watch it during the daytime. Well, now everyone here has either seen it or it's been spoiled for them.
Sorry.
So anyways,
in
but
an
the
effort to
reason
not
why-
spoil,
the
no, we
reason why
gave everyone enough time to watch it.
Totally, but the reason why you initially wanted to spoil it, we were talking about Leo getting an Oscar. He eventually got it for The Revenant, but he should have gotten it for anything else he was in.
No, and Shutter Island, the fact that we are so unsure of what he actually was just proves how good of an actor he is. Like, he was playing all sides. Like, the fact that he went for Revenant, where he just like had sex with a bear, where as opposed to like Shutter Island, where he's like the most complex. It's just
No, or even Wolf of Wall Street.
so many movies. I thought Django was amazing. Like,
Oh, maybe I'll watch that next.
yeah, it's really like an upsetting movie.
Maybe I won't watch it
Yeah.
next.
I'm glad he got his Oscar, but like there's so many movies where he deserved it.
No.
Gilbert Grape, Gilbert Grape is you know what I realized? He gives me a pit in every movie he's in.
Titanic? It's like you know what's coming.
Gilbert Grape gave me the biggest pit.
Not Wolf of Wall Street.
No.
That's a fun one.
Yeah. But Shutter Island is Pit Central. Like, it's the scariest movie.
No, and the music.
Done. Yeah. Done, done. And nothing even happens. It's just like they put Shutter Island, like it says Shutter Island. It's like, done. Shutter Island. Like, it's
Bright lights.
done. Yeah, it's like so annoying. Like, whoever scored that movie is like sick.
Out of control.
Yeah. All right. Is that it?
I think that's it. I had one more thing to say about Shutter Island, but I can't remember. We will see you tomorrow with Derek Peth.
Oh my God.
I actually think, honestly, I'm going to step out for the interview.
No, it's okay.
Because
I have a really good idea. I'll tell you about it
I think
later.
you need some alone time. What, wearing your wedding dress?
Well, obviously I'm going to do that, but I have something funnier to tell you.
Do you want alone time? Because if I'm
No, I don't.
If I'm sitting between you guys, like the tension, like
No, but it's better that way because like I'm
should
married.
I bring a knife so I can?
Jackie, I'm married. Like if you're in the middle, you're the only thing stopping me. So like, if I'm next to him, no, I'm kidding.
Should I bring a knife to cut the tension?
Please.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow, like we said, with Derek Peth. I'm here Wednesday. I'm here Thursday. I'm not here Friday because I'm heading to Phoenix for my show Friday night at 10 o'clock. So it's going to be like even more wasted because usually my shows are at 7 and everyone goes out after and drinks. But like my show's at 10. You should come.
I should come. I have to be back on Sunday for Zach Brown Band.
I have to be back Saturday. I'm coming back Saturday. So it's going to be lit. There are still tickets left. Stand Up Live, 10 o'clock Friday night, girlwithnojob.com. This is The Morning Toast, the Millennial Morning Show. Basically, we go live Monday through Friday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and we live stream on Facebook and YouTube, and we just talk about the real issues, you know? Like, you know, the Kardashians, Taylor Swift concert, like the really important things that
Traveling
are important.
with liquids.
That are important to us millennials. So if that's something that you would be interested or someone you know would be interested in, make sure to like us on Facebook at The Morning Toast, subscribe to us on YouTube at The Morning Toast, and then if you're a commuter, if you know watching is not your thing, you're more of a listener, we also convert every day's episode into a podcast, so make sure you subscribe to us in the podcast store at The Morning Toast. And if you are not an iPhone user, we're also available on SoundCloud, soon coming to Spotify. I think that's all I got for you. Peace.
Peace.